according to Ayurveda. So Ayurveda teaches us that there's a unique combination of elements in nature, and it's found within us as well. Welcome, my name is Mel, and I'm here to teach you 3 ways holistically to balance anxiety through Ayurveda. Anxiety is generally an imbalance of Vata dosha. So Ayurveda teaches us that there's a unique combination of elements in nature, and it's found within us as well. So Vata is the one governed by space and air, and it can affect our physical, mental, emotional well-being, as well as our health, right? So Vata is associated with air and space, and the qualities of that influences movement. It influences your creativity, your flexibility, not just like physically, but your mental flexibility to adapt, and other things like your digestion, etc., etc. They were specifically speaking about anxiety, which is happening with the brain, right? It's the mental capacity of what you are able to hold within a certain situation. There's a lot of fear, a lot of doubt, a lot of worry, restlessness, overthinking, and overall, this is what we call anxiety. So like I said, we're going to give you 3 practices in this video to help balance that anxiety. The first one being the breath. Of course, this is part yoga, right? This video is yoga, and the breath is a tool that we all have access to. If we don't, then we probably aren't going to be here, right? So the one I've chosen to share is Nadi Shodhana, which means alternate nostril breathing. This is good because even if you don't have full anxiety, maybe you're not prone to like a general anxiety disorder, but you have flare-ups, this is great for all imbalances. It's considered tri-dosha, which means any imbalance of the other doshas like Pitta and Kapha. When we breathe out of one nostril versus the other, we're actually tapping into one part of the brain, left hemisphere or the right. When we start equalizing that breath, we're breathing more intentionally, we're letting equal air in and out. This creates a balance in that mental capacity. Here's how we do it. You're going to get yourself in a comfortable position with the spine tall. This can be done seated or standing, just as long as that spine has space. You can rest your left hand onto your thigh or just by your side. Gently close down the eyes. Let all your air out of system. So use the right hand. Take your right thumb, close your right nostril. Begin inhaling through the left. Close your left nostril, exhale on the right. Inhale on the right. Close, exhale on the left. So you can start your morning with this, a few rounds, or in the evening. I really like it both. I've tried both. It's not overstimulating like some other breath work we see out there or pranayama. This is truly a balancing and grounding and centering practice. Also add to your yoga practice. If you're someone who is doing a regular yoga physical practice, this is a great add-on to that. Okay, so next up, we're going to talk about herbal support. Now, when it comes to herbal support, I need to say a disclaimer here. Ayurveda is extremely personalized. It is personalized wellness catered to you. So without knowing your imbalance, even though Vata is the imbalance of anxiety, there's still other factors going on that I, as a practitioner, would dive deeper with you to understand what the best herbs are. So today, again, disclaimer, I am not recommending that you need these, but I am recommending to find a herb or a tea or something that works with you by speaking with a professional like an Ayurvedic doctor, naturopath practitioner, or even your regular doctor or your healthcare professional. Now let's talk about one of the herbs that are incredibly known. I would say we're hearing a lot of buzz about these herbs, and this is adaptogens. So Ayurvedic herbs, adaptogens like ashwagandha, are known to help balance the body's ability to handle stress. So it helps with cortisol and your adrenal health. Something like ashwagandha is an adaptogen herb that has been used for thousands of years. So of course it's all buzz now, but adaptogens are truly something that's been used in Ayurveda to help the body adapt to stress, right? It helps balance, like I said, the cortisol over time. Now, everyone's prescription on ashwagandha is going to vary, and not everyone is suitable for it. So I'm just disclaimer, adaptogens in general, you should truly find the best one for you, even though this one is very buzzy out there, like everyone's talking about it. We see drinks and supplements and, tonics. However, it's something that I wouldn't recommend long term, regardless if you are using it for anxiety or not, because it is a grounding effect. And I'll have another video on the 3 energies of the universe, so stay tuned for that. Comment below if you want that ASAP. But one of those energies is tamas, which is a heavy, dense energy. And what ashwagandha does is pretty much take that heightened space and air that's happening in the head and grounds it into the body from an energetic perspective. So having that too long, especially if you're prone to more depression, ashwagandha wouldn't be something I would recommend long term. Now let's get into some that are a little bit more generalized, that are tridoshic, that should be okay for mostly everyone and don't have too many contraindications that I'm aware of. So Brahmi is the next one that I recommend, and Brahmi is not quite an adaptogen, but it helps balance concentration, focus, and mental clarity as well. There's different ways you can use this. I recommend it in some of my other videos to use it in an oil form, especially on the feet for grounding yourself at night, doing a little foot massage. So you can take it in a tea form. It comes in powder. I'm going to drop my favorite one below. This video is not sponsored, but it is the one that I use, and they gave me an affiliate code because they're an awesome brand and they're Canadian. So you can take 10% off if you use that. However, Brahmi can be used very, very little during the day. You can use it almost any time. Because it doesn't have an effect, like a heightened effect, like alertness like a caffeine would, it definitely just makes you feel a little bit more balanced, more zen. Tulsi does that as well, but again, that's another adaptogen. I probably will make another video just on adaptogens alone, just for your FYI. But Brahmi is known as a supportive herb. So there's different herbs, and Brahmi is one for calming. It's known for calming the nervous system. So whether you massage it on in an oil like your shoulders, neck, or scalp, or feet, or you take it in powder form with warm milk, or a tea form, this would be the perfect way to use it. Now, effective immediately, I find the effects like pretty calming and soothing without any, again, extra stimulation. However, this herb is obviously, again, any herbal supplement should be taking over time for best results. You can also get it in a capsule, I believe. It's not something I've taken, but I like it in a tea form. It does have a really unique taste, which most of the Ayurvedic herbs do because they are from the earth. But you can always sweeten with a little honey or coconut oil as well, just for some extra grounding. So highly recommend, helps us focus, calming, and you can take it anytime. The third herb that I'm going to recommend that isn't really Ayurvedic focused, but I tend to like it as a very gentle, calming herb is lemon balm. So again, this can come in tincture form. I prefer it in a tea form. And I usually take this like in the mid-afternoon as a tea just to help ground. It's similar. It gives me the similar benefits of chamomile. However, chamomile is very heating for me for some reason. It definitely speeds up my digestion, as well as I find an effect with my eczema when taking it. So basically, it's my alternative to that, but a chamomile will do similar effects. So won't go on and on. The whole lesson is finding an herb or a tea, something you can ground with. The other important part of that is if you are taking tea form or in an herbal form, having it warm is key. So hot or warm water mixed in is perfect, because warmth, anything warm for the tummy is going to give you a grounding effect as well for the mind, according to Ayurveda. So lastly, I just want to share a yoga pose that again has become popular, which is legs up the wall pose. Is very simple to do. All you need to do is genuinely lay on your back, slide against a wall, bring your legs up, and allow yourself to relax here. So using props like bolsters or a blanket or some type of towel that helps you just feel soothing and calming and grounded. One of the best ways to do this, I just do it at night. I start winding down for the evening, and I'll literally just do it in bed. My bed's against a wall, so I'll just move all the pillows, sit up, put up the legs, and then just lay down. You can also add your favorite music if you find that grounding. Sometimes vata imbalances, that could be overstimulating, or a guided meditation. The other part is you can combine your breath work with this. You could do your nadi shodhana briefly and then go into your yoga pose for legs up the wall. So it's incredibly powerful and for calming anxiety. It's extremely grounding for vata energy. And so when we elevate the legs, we're getting fresh blood to flow to the brain. So this promotes circulation, of course, and it also helps relaxation. Some bonus, this pose is particularly beneficial again for vata because it releases tension from the low back. When we start to have more of a vata imbalance, aside from anxiety, we will hold that tension in the body. So it often accumulates in joint heavy places like the hips, low back. So it's incredibly great to do this practice before bed to help you unwind and prepare for sleep. So those are my 3 Ayurvedic practices to help you manage anxiety, calm that vata energy, ground yourself, and just overall balance that nervous system. I have several other tips in one of my ebooks. It's free. I'm going to put the link below if you'd like to learn more about that. One of the most profound practices is the Ayurvedic massage, which I'm going to do a separate video for. So again, if any of this resonates with you, please hit subscribe, comment below which one you're excited to try, which practice, and what you want to learn more about, because this wisdom is so intricate yet so personalized, and this is why I love it. So we can find something specific to you. If none of these tips work or it's something you don't have access to, we will find something, because that's what Ayurveda is about. Thanks so much, and we will see you in the next video.